Hi, I'm Sweaty, and this is my motorcycle. It's a 2012 Kawasaki Ninja 250. Don't be alarmed, I just have the seats off because I'm about to try and remove the carburetor and clean it. I bought this bike, oh boy, let's see. Today is the July 8th, and I bought it on June 30th. So I've had it for a little over a week, and she is awesome. Haven't really done much maintenance stuff other than I flushed the coolant out. That was fun. I had to take both fairings off for these dumb sport bikes. Are like impossible to do service on unless you take off all the fairings, which actually took a lot longer and was a lot messier than I thought. But, you know, hey, I'm learning the bike. Did all of that, not just out of my brain and out of just randomly knowing how to do that, but I actually went online and bought for like 20 bucks this online service manual for the bike. And so that's how I'm doing all of the maintenance stuff. Other than that, I literally just put in some seafoam cleaner into the fuel tank, which is probably like half full right now. My fuel gauge is also off. It won't quite show. Like if I have a full tank, it's probably at that line right there instead of the full. It's probably just the indicator, which hopefully I can figure out by using the manual what that's all about. Yeah, so I'm going to try and take the carburetor out, and that's going to be fun. And I'll try to do a time lapse, but it might not really work. Something tells me this is going to be a multi-day process, but we're in luck because I ordered my gear, and I've already been like sending back gear that I don't like. I've sent back a pair of boots, sent back some gloves I didn't like, which we can talk about all that good stuff later. But anyways, the reason I'm doing this now instead of riding my precious thing is because I did a road trip yesterday. Rode to Fayette with Kyle and Matt, which was fun. But the main thing is my gear isn't here yet. And you know, you take your chances every time you don't follow the wise old @GAT motto. So waiting for my jacket to come in. Comes in on Wednesday. Today's Sunday. So I'm pretty sure I could probably get the carb out cleaned and put back and ready to roll by the time I get my jacket on Wednesday. So keep your fingers crossed. Here we go. Let's get started. So I found here where the instructions is for all of this stuff. Then look, I just follow the yellow brick road. Just look at that. Oh man, doesn't that make you want to be a mechanic? Okay, so much later, I have taken both of the lower fairings, which are actually now up in my bedroom, just because I needed a place to put them. The side fairings are off too. And then, believe it or not, the only other stuff that I'm working on now is taking this gas tank off, which I've taken both of these hoses off here, as well as this is the fuel level sensor indication connector or whatever that I just took off. And it seems like this thing should be good to go in terms of coming off, except for this hose, which for some reason the manual doesn't address this hose, which I might just pull this off. I'm not sure. I think this might actually drain the tank's gas. So, all right, progress. Got those last couple hoses off, and we are in for business here. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the carburetor right here. My next step is going to be to remove this, which is holding the batteries in. So, there's Dad. I just took off the choke cable right here, which went like connected right in here, and for some reason it was super hard for me to realize that all I had to do was slide it out. Like I didn't actually have to unscrew anything. Literally it's just a pop out. It pops right out of under here and under there. And then now I'm working on the throttle cables here. What I actually noticed is, well, I got this throttle cable out right here. The actual bolts for it had slid down and were not even connected. I should be able to get this carburetor out. Hopefully I can get this all done and put back together here soon by Thursday. It's Tuesday now, so we'll see. I actually didn't get to work on it yesterday because I went on a date with Travis, which was nice, but I totally should have been working on my bike. 2 days and a repair manual later, Ellie has successfully removed her carburetor for cleaning. And there it is right there. Wow! I stuffed this. All of the YouTube videos I watch say that you're supposed to stuff this with like paper towel or something that's easily combustible, because if you don't and like a bug crawls in there or a bolt falls in there while you're cleaning the carburetor, as soon as you turn your engine on, it's gonna blow up. Okay, so this is the nice part of the job because you don't have to work in the garage anymore where it's hot. You can come inside where there's AC and water and food. We interrupt this program to come to Chick-fil-A as cows. Penny, put your mask on.
Penny, you need to put your captain mask on.
I will. Where's your cow mask?
No, you can't go inside without putting it on.
Yeah.
No. No.
It's creepy. It's not nice to say. High five. High five. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
What were you missing?
Say hi to the cow.
Never felt more stupid in my whole life.
Okay, quick interview, Penny. How do you feel about this whole experience? Horrible.
I get a free meal anywhere I go without dressing up for a cow.
You do? How's that? Huh? How does that happen?
I'm answering your question.
Oh, you mean with Daddy's money?
Yeah.
So
They put with grease in it.
we're going to O'Reilly to get carb cleaner and hopefully kerosene if they have it, and some chain wax. And if they don't have kerosene, then chain lube.
It's like carburetor cleaner in an aerosol can. You can spray it on your hair for maximum hold, and it makes you smell like your motorcycle.
That's right. It's a perfume. It's probably what I'm gonna smell like for days after this project is done.
But you already do.
Okay, we just are leaving Orscheln's
Yep.
because I'm looking for some JIS screwdrivers, which is a special kind of screwdriver that has a pointier head than the Phillips screwdriver to help you not strip screws while you're taking apart your carburetor, because that's really important. Got these fresh out of the store screwdrivers.
Got these sacks here. Got these 2 sacks.
Fresh out of the store, and hopefully they are just, pointy enough that I can actually crack this bad boy open and apply gum out, jet spray, carb slash choke.
Motorcycle was a girl, Ellie. Thought it was a girl. You named it. I was there. You freaked out. Don't lie to the people.
I know I did name it it's a girl, but thank you for interjecting. I guess she does. I guess if she's a lady motorcycle, then she has lady parts. So crack that bad girl open and apply some gum out carb cleaner. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just removed the screws of my float bowls, and it is time for the big reveal. Here we go. Wow, they actually don't look too bad at all. This is a good looking carburetor. I am not too sad about this. Let me see what the other one looks like. Here we go, taking the other one off. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Yeah, this is great. So I'm just gonna start taking some of this out. And like, this is one of the pilot screws, that's one of the pilot screws, and that's what I really need to be cleaning out, is those pilot screws, because that's what's gonna affect my idle revving issues when I first start the bike. Y'all, we've moved outside because our house already smells like gasoline and my family is complaining. So here's one of the covers for the float bowl, and as you can see, well, it's kind of hard to see with the sunlight, but there's a little bit of rust on it right there. But I've already been going at it with a toothbrush and some carb cleaner. It's really starting to come off pretty well. See if I just apply some. Am I pressing it the right way? Yeah, look at that. It just like falls right off of it when I put this stuff on there. And then if I need to help it out a little bit, I just use the toothbrush. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. I'll probably take some of this out and I get the pilot screws out, because that's what we're really looking for. Okay, folks, I have been working on this thing all day, but here it is again. Yes, sirree, that is my clean carburetor going back into the bike. In all 100% honesty, I'm a lot bit scared that this thing isn't gonna go in right. And I'm gonna get all the cables wired back up, and I'm gonna start the bike and it's not gonna start right. Or worse, it's gonna explode. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna be doing some praying tonight.